This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
In February 8th, McMahon would file a complaint with the pre-merger notification office of the FTC's Bureau of Competition. The exact details of the complaint were not available as of press time, but the FTC claimed to not have a copy of it. But McMahon has been trying to get the word out about his complaints. He claimed it wasn't any single action that was so bad on the surface to warrant the complaint, but it was the combination of different actions. Among them is WCW putting Nitro up against Raw, starting the show a few minutes early and ending it a few minutes late, which he called unprecedented in television. He also alleges contract tampering with his performers, gaining syndicated time slots, in some cases that the WWF would have gotten, using the leverage of CNN headline news to put together deals or spending more money to buy time, attempting to drive television advertising rates down by charging less for ad time than the WWF would, and even the name calling on television, and of course, all the silliness on the 900 hotline. I gotta tell you, in hindsight, this lawsuit from Vince feels a little bit like sour grapes. I mean, everything he's suing for here, he did to the territory guys before him, right?
Well, it wasn't a lawsuit, it was just a complaint.
Well, that's fair. I agree with that.
So you can complain about shit all you want.
I want to file a formal complaint. They're fucking with my business and I don't like it.
Yes.
It's not illegal. I just don't like it. And I need people to know.
Some of it was. Contract tampering was illegal.
I'm not arguing that. But the other shit is like, come on, man.
Well, I didn't like it.
I understand. In the WWF's period of expansion, it also brought out existing established television time slots from regional promoters. It also rated the best drawing talent of regional offices with the lure of them being able to earn a better income, and went back into the region with those same headliners. In the case of the AWA in particular, McMahon systematically picked off a large percentage of the key headline talent, both in the ring and behind the scenes, one by one. McMahon practically drove Crockett out of business by putting the first Survivor Series on pay-per-view on the date Crockett had already booked for his first Starrcade pay-per-view in '87. And of course, virtually every cable company in the country went with McMahon, and Crockett ran a pay-per-view that he expected to be a major cash windfall that ended up costing him money. So he continues to detail some of these circumstances, but this awfully feels like, it feels a lot like Vince getting a taste of his own medicine to me. Are you able to see that from the outside at all, or are you just kind of sort of toe the line here?
No, I think that, look, when you go back and look at the history of everything that took place, I think that a lot of the things that Bischoff did were smart. Did he tamper with contracts? Yes. Was that illegal? Yes. Doing everything else was out of the box and extraordinary and things that, had never been done before. So it's like, well, wait a minute. They can do this. Well, they could do it because their boss owned the fucking network that they were on. So they could come in early. They could go off late. We didn't have that luxury because we didn't own USA. So yeah, it was different things that, and the comparison is not necessarily fair. It was a completely different deal. But at the same time, I guess, when you look at the offers that Eric was making and oftentimes get misconstrued, Eric wasn't offering these huge money offers. He was offering good money, but a different work schedule and allowing guys to have a completely different, they didn't have to work 4 or 5 times a week. They came and did TV for a lot of them. That's all they did. So he was offering them something different and an alternative to what they were already doing. Again, you look at it and it was different business, and they were coming from a place where they had no ad revenue. So going in and being able to sell their ad revenue for less didn't hurt them because they didn't have any to begin with. So it hurt us because all of a sudden they're selling it for pennies on the dollar, and shit happens. But how are they doing business wise now?
WCW?
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're making a comeback.
Okay, cool.
That's what I heard.
All right.
Let's keep it going here. Meltzer would say, when it comes to television ad rates, WCW officials have claimed that their ads for the entire network for a 30-second spot are $19,000, while the WWF's are $15,000, claiming it's actually the WWF undercutting them. McMahon lists figures of $25,000 for WWF and $18,000 for WCW. Since McMahon's shows deliver a small audience and yet he's charging more, he's made the claim they're undercutting him. According to a third-party buyer, the figure McMahon has claimed would be accurate. Do you remember what ad rates were back in '87? We're talking about what they are here in. No, I'm just saying when you were in the WWF.
I don't. I didn't deal in that. I had no clue at all.
You got to get hot about it. I'm
not half hot.
It feels like
already here we start off fucking nice. It's early in the morning. I'm all refreshed. I had a bowl of cereal, and now you're already pissing me off.
Okay. For the most recent ratings weekend, which will be the week ending January 28th, WCW was on 177 stations, and the various cable networks reach a total of 6.7 million homes. The WWF has 161 stations, and USA would hit 4.77 million homes. So the biggest possible rating for WCW there is a 7.1 compared to a 5.0 for the WWF. How important was syndication here in 1996? It feels like less than in years past.
In 96, a lot less than. It wasn't. It was different, and it depended upon which book you wanted to look at, whether you wanted to look at Arbitron or you wanted to look at another book. All that shit could be twisted and turned and made. I was going through some of Paul Bosch's stuff the other day and found some what I call JR math of he would just take the highest ratings in certain markets and combine them and then put that out as a press release. Oh my God, look at this great rating, leaving out, the hash marks in major markets like LA and Chicago and different things like that. And again, that's nothing more than marketing. So much of that was depending upon how people read them and what they were looking for.
Well, depending on how you slice the numbers here, I could argue the WWF is still ahead. I would also argue that the show is not bad. I actually kind of like this show.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.